Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Fading Fire, and this one is going to be a video for people who want to try Eliza out, but kind of on the edge on it, don't really know what to do, don't really know what to expect. This is gonna be a real quick one, just so I can, possibly convert you guys to Eliza, because I would always like to see more Elizas out there. It's awesome. But let's get right into it. So we're just gonna kind of go through some like pros and cons of Eliza. So the first thing I want to talk about is her biggest thing right now, which is she's very new. So a lot of people don't, they don't know about it. They don't know about this move, so they get smacked by that a couple times. They don't know that you can special cancel into this and all this other stuff, because this is the first time Eliza's been in Tekken. Okay, not the first time she's been in Tekken. She was in some pre-Tekken some shit, but it didn't really matter, right? That was like a long time ago. Nobody remembers it. And it wasn't even like the final game. This is the first time she's ever been like a final production of Tekken, so people don't know a lot about her. And so that's going to be a huge advantage to your side if you play against somebody who doesn't, has never played Eliza, or don't know what she's about, or don't use her or anything like that. Because every other character has been out for a little bit, even the new ones like Lucky Chloe and all them. They've been out for a little bit in Japan, so you could watch them and stuff. But Eliza's completely new. She came out when this release of the US version came out for Tekken, so you're always gonna have that for a while. You're gonna have it for a while. It takes people a while to learn new characters. All right, so now that we've gone over that, let's go over her most glaring con. Eliza's most glaring con is most of her moves are punishable on block. Now, there's ways you can work around that. So like this move right here is very punishable on block, right? You can it's actually, like, you can see it, but of course it is, if you're playing online, it's very hard to see online. So moves like that, move like this are launch punishable. This is punishable. A lot of things that she does is very, very punishable on block. So things like moon glide in 4, if you're trying to mix them up, that move is actually not punishable. Very safe on block. Very good move. But so just so you know, a lot of Eliza's things are not safe on block. So you will have to resort to opting into more safe moves. Now this isn't safe, but of course you can do that. And if they do try to interrupt it or something, actually it's better that I reported on her, huh? So first we record her doing the normal one, then record her doing that. Okay, so let me take this off too. So you will be opted into doing things more with like little pokes instead of just big huge chunks of damage, because this does counter hit, and her damage is extremely good. But before we go into that, we're gonna talk about this. So like I said, most of her things are punishable, and you will have to opt into doing different things that are safe, like her 4-4-3-4 and her 4-4-2 that are also safe on block, and her dive kick with 4 is plus on block. So she does have some very good moves in her move list that are not punishable on block, that you will most likely use, rather than her launchers, which you'll only use in specific cases that you'll hit it, because throwing it out is very, very dangerous. Things like this and like that, and things like her down 4. So like I was saying, this is punishable on block, but of course Eliza is a kind of like a Street Fighter character if you play that, like Injustice character. So if you do play those types of games, you'll feel right at home with Eliza. So if she uses her down 3, you see that was a punish. But now if I try to punish her now, I get counter hit, because you cannot interrupt her special cancel into this. So things like that, it will make your opponent really respect what you're doing. So they know they can punish this, but they don't know if you're going to special cancel it into that. And if they even, and that was a 10 frame punish that I tried to do on her. So even if I try to get out a 10 frame punish, they're gonna get counter hit, and you can't fully combo off of that. So things like that will really make your opponent respect you, especially with things like this. So let's go ahead and record it. Especially with you know, different things like that. So if I try to get her out of it, I can't, and you can fully convert off of that. So you can just throw these out. You know, you can just throw these out just to check your opponent, and once you know they get tired of it, or they're like, all right, let me try to punish him now, you can come with the DP and get a full, you know, combo off of it. So you can get away with murder with Eliza because of her special cancels, and it is really good. So, you know, there's always, even though most of her things are punishable, there are things you can do to negate that glaring con. But that is probably her worst con, that most of her things are punishable on block. So now that we've gone over that, let's talk about her important special moves. This is a corkscrew. What I mean by corkscrew, so if they're lifted in the air, if they're lifted in the air, we'll corkscrew them like that. And her dive kick into 4 is safe on block, so if they do try to mash out of it on something, but the thing is the range is short, so that's how they kind of even it out. So you most likely down 3 them into this, and if they block it and they try to, you know, mash something after it, they will get hit. And of course you can combo it, but you can only combo it from like a very specific range. So you can't combo it from here. You know, you can only combo it from this range. You see, that was a 3-hit combo instead of a 2. So and her dark wave is very good. Only thing is, you know, the startup is slow, but another thing is that some people have moves where they can jump over them, especially like running threes. Running threes will most likely get over that, her dark wave. But if you use it for kind of like spacing and you don't use it too close, you shouldn't have any problems with that if you use it correctly. And especially if you know they're going to running 3, it's a good way to kind of like bait it out and sidestep that and get a good punish on it. So dark wave is really good for spacing. That's a really good spacing move. Not very good for just, you know, continuously spamming it, because like I said, the startup is slow and they can running 3 over it. So it's more good for spacing, making somebody impatient, make them whiff or something. So our dark wave is very good for that. This move, her EX version splats, wall splats. So it is a very good opener here. I'll do it. So it's a very good opener at the wall. So you just get a down 3, a little poke into some big damage at the wall. So what you'll mostly be looking forward to do with Eliza is poke. So down 3s into DPs and 2-2s, you know, off her, and that's probably her fastest punisher. It's a 14 frame punisher, so that's mostly what you're gonna rely on. And then her next fastest punisher is her back 4, which is a 15 frame launcher. Okay, now that we've gone over that, another thing you can expect with Eliza is awesome wall carry. Her wall carry is amazing. Let's have her walk forward a little bit. So actually I already had her walk forward. So if you do things like this, look how far that carries to the wall. So her wall carry is very good, and her damage output when you include meter is awesome. And she can and she has a lot of things that she can actually get counter hit combos off of. So a lot of the moves that you go for will counter hit, and this string right here is safe on block. Let me just demonstrate that. So her wall carry is awesome. As you saw, it carries very far. So when you do combos with Eliza, make sure to practice your wall carry combos, because you will most likely you know, 80% of the time run into a wall, so you will have to know what to do at the wall. I have some wall combo videos coming up explaining what to do. But along with the wall carry is she has a lot of counter hits, like kind of like secret counter hits that you could get off of and that you could fully combo from. So if I have her do her back 2-3, her back 2-3 first is the safe string. So if we play back and she finishes it, you see I'm just getting the counter hit because I said counter hit on. But if I let her finish it and I'm trying to get a 10 frame punish shot, I cannot. So that string is safe on block, and as well as it's safe on block, if they try to interrupt it, they're gonna get counter hit. As you saw, I try to interrupt it. So that string is good, and you can fully convert off of that. So that's a good string, and she has a couple other things that she can counter hit off of, like her down 4. Her down 4 is a good counter hit method, and it is a high crush. So if they're throwing out a lot of jabs or something, you can just duck right under that and you will get a counter hit. That move is very awesome for counter hits, but you will have to time it very correctly, or you know, make a good read and to get the counter hit, because it is launch punishable on block. Another thing is this: you can't fully convert off her dark wave. No, not dark wave. It's called dark tempest. You can't fully convert off her dark tempest with 2. And you know, like I said before, if you're down 3 and they try to punish you for it, or if they try to interrupt it, you can't just go with a dark tempest with 2 and it will get a full counter hit off of it. So but you know, Eliza is really good at punishing, because she could get quick punishes like this, which is a 14 frame punisher, and of course you can EX that, and I think that goes up to 58, I'm sure. Yeah, so quick punishes like that are real quick, that's 14 frames, and a lot of moves that you block that are punishable most likely will be 14 frames, and a lot of people don't have 14 frame launchers. And her she has other good moves like her Wild Rising 1, which is safe on block, and you can special cancel into a dark blade. So that is also a very awesome move if you're ducking under highs or something. It comes out quick. It's a 14 frame startup, and that's very quick, very fast. So you know, that's always an awesome move. I would suggest using that rather than Wild Rising 3, because you know, this move is very punishable on block, and the frame startup is 1 frame slower than her Wild Rising 1. So you might as well just use her Wild Rising 1, which is safe on block, and you can fully convert off of it with the dark blade. And like I said, with meter, her damage can get pretty crazy, you know, up to like 80 damage, you know, 69, 70, up there. It gets really crazy. But her main component is her wall carry. Her wall carry is awesome. You can carry very far, like I showed earlier in the video, you know, with her meter buildup and her special you know, cancels that she has, can carry very far into the wall, and you will get tons of damage off the wall, because most of the times you will run into them. But you know, I just want to give you guys a quick look at Eliza. If you guys are wondering what the character is about, you know, what to expect, or you know, what moves you should probably focus on, or which moves you should look out for, and things like that. But of course, if you guys want to get a better, deeper look at the character, you guys can go look at my other videos, because this was just a real quick, fast what to expect from Eliza. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, before I end the video, there's always lots of awesome people in the comments. If you have any questions before, like if I don't get to you, that most likely will answer to you. So you know, if you have any questions, you can ask me, or you can ask people in the comments. So I have a bunch of people in the comments who are awesome and always answer questions. But I will see you guys in the next one.